और
sort of is such an event of this scale not have any international financial mechanism available for us to be able to address a tragedy of this scale. But given the difficult economic climate, this has really become a compounding tragedy. I think COP27 has been a success so far in this sense that finally, after I think it's ever since COP13, this has been an attempt that has not been successful, which is to add loss and damage onto the agenda in addition to sort of mitigation and adaptation. And I'd just like to sort of compliment my team as Pakistan is head of the group of 77 plus China played a pivotal role in creating the important and necessary consensus to get that onto the agenda. So that's incredibly important. We can't deny that loss and damage doesn't exist. I mean, I had a third of my country underwater. That will prove otherwise. I don't necessarily want to pitch this as sort of liability or compensation, but it's just or reparations or something that extreme. I really just say that, look, this loss and damage happens. Let's work together in ways and means on how to address this. This can be private sector investment. This could be debt swap and other sort of support. But we must all come together to find ways to come up with even international mechanisms, international financial institutions, so that Pakistan today is affected by this and suddenly discovered there's no way to address something of this scale. And this is not going to stop in Pakistan. The next country that's affected should have something available so that they can address the loss and damage.
Something available to them, but something that doesn't also leave them literally awash in debt.
Sorry?
Something that's available but doesn't leave them literally awash in debt.
Absolutely, absolutely, or at least help address the issue that whenever we're confronted with a climate catastrophe, we first drown in the floods, then we have to drown in debt to be able to finance the reconstruction and rehabilitation phase.
You and I last spoke just as the floods hit Pakistan, and I know the entire world has seen those images of devastation. The country has really been suffering, so our thoughts are with you. But
thank you.
Do you know what the total damage bill looks like today and how much money you're actually going to need to
Okay, so as far as the total damage is concerned, the approximation is $30 billion. That is sort of astronomical as far as Pakistan is concerned. I don't expect us to be able to put together that much money for reconstruction and rehabilitation, certainly not in the form of grants and aid. But I do hope to be able to provide public-private partnership opportunities for investment in renewable energy infrastructure. We have to go and conduct that transition. I do expect to be able to work with international financial institutions such as the World Bank and others on reconstruction of people's homes that have been destroyed, on solarizing those homes, on upgrading those homes, on greening our infrastructure. But we are also cognizant of the difficult economic climate. The COVID pandemic has left everybody in a difficult economic way. The war in Ukraine has affected everybody. So we have to sort of calibrate our expectations with that and rise to the challenge by coming up with these sorts of out-of-the-box solutions.
Indeed, Foreign Minister, we really appreciate your time. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Well, that's the latest from us, guys.